Welcome to the Polytechnic University of the Philippines. The The Polytechnic University of the Philippines is a government higher educational institution governed by Republic Act No. 8292, known as the Higher Education Modernization Act of 1997, and its implementing rules and regulations contained in the Commission on Higher Education Memorandum Circular No. 4, Series of 1997. PUP was established in 1904 as Manila Business School. In 1908, it was renamed as Philippine School of Commerce or PSC and merged with Philippine Normal School from 1936 to 1946. Through the virtue of Republic Act 778, PSC was renamed to Philippine College of Commerce or PCC in 1952. On April 1, 1978, PCC was converted into the Chartered State University, now known as the Polytechnic University of the Philippines, by virtue of Presidential Decree No. 1341, issued by the President of the Republic of the Philippines. For more than 100 years, PUP has been a partner of the government in providing quality, globally competitive, and industry-responsive education to bright, deserving students.
Pinakamura ang matrikula sa PUP.
Pinakamababang tuition sa buong bansa, 12 pesos kada unit.
With the lowest tuition for tertiary education, qualified faculty members, efficient administrative staff, goal-oriented leaders, and industry-responsive curricula that is at par with international standards, PUP has earned a reputation of one of the country's top higher education institutions. As an epistemic community, PUP is consistent with its commitment to produce quality graduates in various fields of specialization, working toward its goal of becoming the first national polytechnic university in the country. With 22 branches and campuses spread across Luzon, serving more than 70,000 students, the Polytechnic University of the Philippines offers more than 80 programs in the graduate and undergraduate levels. It also offers distance learning through the Open University System, technical and professional programs in the area of business and distributive arts, education in the social sciences related to the fields of commerce, business administration, and other polytechnic areas. The commitment of its leadership, faculty, staff, students, alumni, and partners has formed the cornerstone of this university that has exceeded expectations with every generation of the graduates it has produced since its establishment. Today, PUP has gone far from what it was more than a century ago, but what remains is PUP's mission to continue to be the government's partner in nation building and in poverty alleviation of the marginalized sector of society. With quality, responsive, and relevant education as a tool. PUP, the first polytechnic university.
Emerson is a global technology and engineering leader. We operate in over 150 countries. We are 110,000 employees worldwide. And here in the Philippines, we have over 2,000 employees.
My name is Nikki Florento. I'm from Dow Philippines. I'm handling the university relations and services hiring.
Pagasa Steel supplies concrete reinforcing bars to the Philippines' booming construction industry. We have been the leading supplier of quality steel bars for the past 52 years.
EGS is an Algorica company. It is one of the fastest growing BPO companies in the Philippines right now.
I'm Cecil Venancio, and I'm Branding and Communications Director of Sykes Asia.
We don't decide whether you're from a top-tier university or a state university. We decide based on our assessments that includes exams and interviews. Having said that, a lot of Dell's workforce in the Philippines are from PUP.
55 to 80 hires annually, those coming from PUP alone. And as a matter of fact, 14 of the homegrown employees who started from staff and supervisor have been promoted.
Currently, we have 13 employees from the PUP. They're working in a different field, so most of them are an engineer, some are in sales, most of them are in the higher position.
There's a huge pool of students that we can really harvest from. And we know the reputation that they bring. So we're glad that we have a university like PUP that we can rely on for our future employees.
I love the graduates of PUP. They're not only fun to work with, but you can rely on them. They are very, very dependable.
PUP graduates are an exact match and fit to Pagasa Steel's mission and vision.
The reason why we prefer the BUP graduates is the fact that we notice that they have a common denominator, very hardworking. See, whatever happens, they'd still work. Even if it's raining, they'd still come to work. You give them additional tasks, they'd accept. They are resilient.
Very passionate, aside from being resilient, because we can see that they're very dedicated with their jobs. And we've seen a lot of PUP graduates, not just in one department.
They turn out to adapt very well and adjust well to our company here in the Philippines. They're productive employees and they stay with us for a long time.
Stand out sa PUP graduate is their loyalty sa company. Integrity and ethics, drive for results, intellectual capacity, and adaptability. So when we hire PUPians, they have this kind of competencies.
Of course, they're very intelligent people, responsible in a sense because whenever we meet these graduates and we ask them what are their future plans, they would always come up with answers like helping out their family, or because I'm done with school, I'll help out another sibling. So you would know already that these kids, even before they actually embark on certain work, they already have goals in mind. They're not maarte, no? Whatever you give them, they know that if it's for the purpose of the job, they will do it. And so they have, they're the ones that survive the challenges of work. They don't shirk away from responsibilities. They're the type who, whatever the job requires, they're up for the challenge.
PUPians enable people everywhere to grow and thrive.
PUP is one of the pillars of the nation because it is an institution that provides good graduates and people who really contribute to the success of the community or to the success of the country.
To all the people associated with PUP, if you're a graduate, congratulations, and you should be proud of yourselves. For those of you that are students, please continue the tradition, the proud legacy that your school has. Some of you, PUP, you work for us now. We appreciate you. We know you're good employees. For those of you that might work for us in the future, please consider us. We'd love to have you. We know that you make a great employee for Emerson.
PUPians, bring everything you are. If you have big ideas, let's talk. Come work where passion meets possibility. You can visit jobs.del.com for opportunities.
To pursue your dreams and work hard for whatever endeavor you will choose. And in the event that you will choose to apply in one of the fastest BPO companies in the Philippines, I would like to invite you to apply in EGS, an Alorica company, because our doors are open for all of you.
To all the PUPians, let's create a size of smile together.
Smart is very happy to have PUP graduates now enjoying their career and let them live more.
Hashtag Sites to PUP. We will support you in more ways than one.
Tara na, maging magkasama na tayo. Mabuhay ang PUP.
naman, malaki na ang naging bahagi ng mga kababaihan sa lipunang Pilipino. Kaisa sila sa marubdob na paghahangad ng kalayaan ng ating lahi. Kabilang sila sa paglinang ng ating makulay na sining at mayamang kultura. Kasapi sila sa pagtataguyod ng mga adhikain ng kapwa mamamayan at sa pagtugon sa mga pangangailangan ng lipunan. Katuwang sila sa pagtuklas sa mga larangan ng agham at medisina. Kapanalig sila sa pagpapairal ng batas, karapatan at katarungan para sa lahat. Kabahagi sila sa paglilingkod sa bayan at sa pagpapanatili ng demokrasyang Pilipino. Sa paglipas ng panahon, hindi nagmaliw ang kanilang pag-ibig sa ating inang bayan. Mga kababayan, ito ang alay ng mga kababaihang Pilipino para sa bayan. Tumayo po tayong lahat at sabay-sabay nating awitin ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Isang magandang tanghali isang magandang hapon sa ating mga kaisko at kaiska ngayon mula sa College of Business Administration, Department of Entrepreneurial Management. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. So guys, nandito na naman tayo sa ating sunod-sunod na session ng Career Development Webinar. At dito naman sa Career Development Webinar na to, ang naka-assign naman na departamento ay ang Department of Entrepreneurial Management, particularly the Bachelor of Science in Entrepreneurship. Okay, so I'm Professor Jane S. Pulma of the Alumni Relation and Career Development Office, and I will be your moderator for today's event. So guys, kaninang umaga, ang diniscuss is about hiring and recruitment strategies in global and local. Ngayon naman, leveraging tourism skills and knowledge to entrepreneurship. So, ang amin pong opisina, the Alumni Relation and Career Development Office provides services not just to students but also to the alumni in the area of career development and placement. So we sustain the link between the alumni and student to the industry partners. So kami po yung tumutulong na i-connect ang ating mga estudyante at ang academe sa ating mga industry partner, whether this is a government or private. So, this career development webinar aims not just to help students professionally, but also personally. I hope that all the learning, knowledge, and skills that you may learn during this webinar may help you on your future jobs or future career opportunities or personally. Okay, so akin din pong pinasasalamatan ang dekana ng College of Business Administration sa pagpapaunlak sa ating imbitasyon sa ating mga estudyante sa walang sawang cooperation at assistant po sa amin, sa office namin, para at least itong mga activity na to na ginawa para sa inyo ay matagumpay at maayos naming maiparating sa inyo. So, kay Ma'am Cindy, At syempre kay Ma'am Ivy na chairperson ng Department of mali pala. Sorry, kay Ma'am Mitch pala na ng Department of Entrepreneurship, kay Ma'am Blessing sa Department of Marketing Management. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. So, guys, leveraging tourism to entrepreneurship, syempre 'di ba? Mula sa pagiging ito yung journey ng ating speaker ngayon kung saan mula sa pagiging estudyante ng College of Tourism and Transportation and Hotel Management or CTHRM ay ngayon meron na siyang isang negosyo. At the same time, this is more on focusing on creating new business and improving existing one. Or pwede rin naman, di ba, meron tayong tinatawag sa ngayon na tourism entrepreneurship kung saan natututo or hindi lang tayo nagiging empleyado, pag graduate natin, natututo na rin po tayong gumawa ng sarili nating negosyo. So we identify yung mga opportunities natin, nagde-develop tayo ng mga business plan at sino-sustain natin or we focus or we embrace on innovation. 'Di ba? Syempre 'di ba pag isang business minded dapat kahit papano willing ka to accept the risk. Okay. So, our industry partner who are with us today is one of the provider ng services pagdating sa travel and tours. Sila po ay isang accredited travel and tour agency ng Department of Tourism at member po sila ng Philippine Tour Operation Association kung saan para sa kanila is everything and every way or every destination is an adventure. So they focus more on the cultural blues and cruise, not just in the Philippines, but also abroad. So let's welcome the CEO of Cicerone Travel and Tours, Miss Cherilyn Pilos. Hi, ma'am. Ay, Miss Che.
Hi, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Ma'am Jane.
Good afternoon po. Guys,
Ayan.
pabigyan naman si Ma'am Che ng isang masigabong palakpakan. Ayan.
Okay,
Ma'am,
thank you very much.
meron po tayong mga nanonood rin sa ating PUP Career Center Facebook page. Hindi ko na na-discuss yung webinar etiquette natin, pero we do have 2 sets of attendees for this event. One attendee is the Zoom attendees and the other one is the PUP Career Center Facebook page. Naka-live po tayo ngayon sa ating PUP Career Center Facebook page. Sige ma'am, you may take away the virtual floor na po.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Jane. So ready na din po ba yung aking slide?
Wait lang ma'am.
Okay. So while waiting for the slide, okay. So good afternoon, everyone. So thank you, Ma'am Jane, and the Office of Alumni Association for having me here today. Okay, so I'm very excited to share my journey in tourism and how you can turn your knowledge and skills into a thriving business. So bali, this talk isn't just about yung mga theory, okay? So it's about a real experience. It's all about the real experiences, okay? Practical strategies and the steps, of course, that you can take to build your own tourism venture someday. So if yun ang gusto ninyo, no? Okay, so by the end of this session, so I hope that you'll feel empowered, okay, to explore entrepreneurship in tourism. Ayan. Okay. So, yun nga, as mentioned by Ma'am Jane, I am Cherry Pilos. Okay, I'm the CEO, okay, and owner of Cicerone Travel and Events Management Incorporated. So, our office is located in Navotas City. Okay, and I'm also, of course, PUP graduate po ako, batch 2005. Okay, I also took up my Master's in Educational Management in PUP. Currently, I'm taking my MBA din, okay, sa OU. okay, ng PUP, no? Okay, so let's proceed. Okay, so our topic is leveraging tourism and knowledge skills to entrepreneurship. Okay, so for me, you have to turn your passion into profit in the tourism industry, no? Okay, so before I proceed, okay, so before I deep dive, okay, dun sa mga details, okay, so I just want to share with you guys yung journey ko in tourism. Of course, next slide. Ayan, okay. So my journey in tourism as a former tourism student. Okay, so from tourism student, okay, sabi ko nga, graduate po ako ng Bachelor in Tourism, okay, ng PUP, okay, and from tourism student, before ako pumasok ng tourism, okay, syempre, tatanungin ka, okay, bakit gusto mo mag-tourism? Okay, so like many other tourism students, no? Okay, so halos majority ata na pagka tinanong mo bakit ka nag-tourism, ang sinasagot nila, we initially dreamed, okay, of becoming a flight attendant. Okay, so bakit? Okay, kasi 'di ba pagka flight attendant ka, um you can go around the world, you can travel around the world for free, no? Okay, but okay, so my perspective changed during my second year OJT. Nung nag-OJT na ako ng second year. Okay? So, I was assigned, okay, or we are tasked to undergo our training sa isang travel agency. Okay? Kaya lang, nung nag-walk-in ako doon sa isang travel agency, okay, doon ako nag-submit ng resume ko, no, sa unang table pagpasok ng office nila. Okay? So, I thought, okay, they were part of the agency. Okay? But ano lang sila pala, nagre-rent lang sila ng space doon sa travel agency, but their company is a booking office of a resort in Puerto Galera. Okay? So, ayun, I was assigned to a resort booking office. Okay? I handled yung sales and reservation, okay, as their trainee, okay. And while doing this, okay, I love the work, I love the opportunity na na-assign sa akin, okay. So sabi ko sa sarili ko after the audits, pwede ka din pala mag-travel kasi from time to time, okay, sinasama din ako nung company doon sa mismong resort. So, nagta-travel din. So, if they have the B2B or yung mga business-to-business meetings na tinatawag, sinasama rin ako. So, na-explore ko yung mga iba't ibang opportunity. So, sabi ko noon, magtayo na lang kaya ako ng travel ng resort. Okay, maghahanap na lang ako ng AFAM. Okay, so, no, kidding aside, okay, so sabi ko, pwede rin pala na iba ang gawin, hindi lang isang flight attendant. Okay, so yon. Next slide po. Ayan, so back in my college days. Alright, so, lagpas po. Ayan. Okay, so practical board, this is the resort in Puerto Galera, okay, where ako na-assign. Okay, so Manila, after nung OJT, okay, the owner asked me kung gusto ko mag-part-time. Okay, so after my OJT, I was offered a part-time job doon sa resort, okay, na booking office. So I juggled my work, with my studies, okay, so part-time during the school days and then full-time during the vacation, okay. So para akong ping-pong, Manila and then Puerto Galera, Manila. Minsan ginagawa ko na nga lang siyang Quiapo. Punta ako ng morning ng Galera, last trip pabalik ng Manila, kasabay ako nun. Okay, so 'di ba ginagawa ko siyang day tour. Okay. So after graduation, I was absorbed, okay, as a full-time staff, as a full-time employee, okay, and then the owner asked me kung ano ba yung mga plans ko, what are my plans, which made me realize na you can travel rather, okay, you don't have to be a flight attendant to travel around the world, okay, so pwede mo siyang gamitin as leverage, you can go around to promote kung ano man yung company na meron ka, at the same time you travel and then you earn. Okay? So after my OJT, they offered me na mag full-time sa kanila and I accepted it without hesitation kasi nga ang dami kong nakikilala during that time eh. Okay? Um, Tapos, nung tinanong na ko nung owner, okay, which is a German, sabi niya na, what if I have other plans after after graduation, kung magtatagal din ba ako sa company nila. Okay, so sabi ko, after all the things na na-experience ko under their company, okay, parang masarap sigurong magtayo na or magbukas ng isang travel and tour business. Okay? So kasi if meron kang gustong puntahan, you can arrange a tour, okay? And then you can offer it. Pagka marami kang grupo, pwede mong samahan kasi ganun yung nangyayari sa business nila eh. Okay? So parang doon ako nagkaroon ng idea, which is ganun din pala yung gusto niya someday. So gusto niya magka-open din ng sarili niyang travel agency. So nag-usap kami, okay? And together yung wife niya, okay, they asked me kung gusto kong maging industrial partner nila. Okay? So pagka sa industrial partner kasi, you do all the legwork, okay, sila sa financial, okay? So para at least mas ma-expand yung opportunity, okay? I took that opportunity for 4 years, okay? So we successfully ran the business, okay? But due to some personal reason, okay, so I decided to part ways with them. So that time, that's 2008, I felt parang kaya ko ba pagka nagsuloko? Eh, kaya lang wala na akong choice eh, umalis na ako sa kanila eh. Okay, so I felt lost if I'm capable of doing it on my own. Okay, but what gave me confidence was that one client texted me, okay, sabi niya, arrange mo naman ako ng mga tour package. Okay, gusto namin pumunta sa ganito, tsaka sa ganyan with my family. So I told them na ay wala na ako dun sa dati kong company, dun sa Jack. Okay, I'm no longer connected with them. Okay, but that client responded na wherever you go, okay, we want you to arrange our package. Okay, so gusto namin ikaw ang mag-arrange kasi mas confident kami pagka ikaw yung nag-arrange. So parang yun yung that was the push that I needed to start my own agency. Okay, kaya lang, syempre, okay, before I open Cicerone, the first question is, kaya ko ba? May pera ba ako? Okay? So, wala akong ganung kalaking fund because during that time that I was working with my previous company, meron kasi akong kidney disease that time. Okay, I have a glomerulonephritis. It's a disease in the kidney. It's a kidney problem. Okay, so yung salaries that I'm getting from my previous companies, the commissions and all, ginagamit ko lang for my medication. Okay, so kaya hindi ganun kalaki yung ipon ko. So what I did, okay, so during the day, okay, ayan, yung mga pictures po na yan, okay, so this was taken dun sa habang nag-work ako with another company, which is the first one, okay, nagturo, kami po yung mga first batch ng mga Korean English teacher, okay, so mga ESL instructor, okay, so tinuturuan namin yung mga Koreans online, okay, how to speak ng English. Okay, kaya lang medyo hindi ganun kalaki yung hindi ganun kalaki yung fund or hindi ganun kalaki yung salary. Okay, that time. Okay? That period, ang medyo boom is the call center industry. Okay, so pumasok din ako ng Convergys. Okay, that's that time Convergys siya. Okay, so pumasok ako, okay, as customer service representative. So, ang ginagawa ko sa umaga, okay, nagta-travel agent ako. Sa gabi, okay, meron akong full-time na trabaho. Okay, so yun yung ginamit ko para ma-sustain, okay, yung travel agency. Okay, so that travel agency, next slide. Okay, so the birth of Cicerone Travel. So 2009, when I founded the Cicerone Travel Services. Okay, so the first thing na binili ko, okay, so nanghiram ako sa friend ko ng pambili ng fax machine. Okay, fax machine po ang unang puhunan ko dun sa travel. Okay, kasi that time, di ba, napaghahalata ang age, di ba? Okay, so that time kasi, hindi pa ganun ka-boom yung internet, send mo siya sa internet, wala namang Facebook, Friendster pa nun. Okay, wala naman ding WhatsApp or Viber. So anything, pina-fax namin. So if you want to do marketing, if you want to market your product or your services or your packages, okay, ipa-fax namin yan. Okay, papa-fax ko lang yan. And uso pa ang Yellow Pages. So what we do, hahanap ako ng mga company sa Yellow Pages na may fax machine, papadalang ko ng package. And since kabisado ko ang mga packages sa Puerto Galera, marami akong mga kakilalang resort sa Puerto Galera because I worked there for 6 years. Doon ako nag-start. Okay? I started there, gumawa ako ng mga tour packages na Puerto Galera lang. Okay, domestic tour packages hanggang sa nadagdagan. Okay, then I offer additional services, tickets, visa assistance. Okay, so everything that I can offer for travel agency. Okay, para mas dumami pa yung kliyente ko. Okay. So, ang office ko, nasa 4 na sulok lang ng kwarto ko. Nasa kwarto ko lang siya. Kasi syempre, pag uwi mo, pagod ka from call center. Tapos morning, meron ka pang kailangan morning engagement with your clients. You have to submit this and that. Okay? So, kaya ang office ko, nasa loob lang ng kwarto ko. And maliit na maliit lang yon. So, as in talagang table. And then yung kama ko. Yan. So, yun. Okay. Send my quotation with my fax machine, computer. Okay. So, dun na. Okay, 1-man team lang din po ako. Wala akong staff. Ako lang mag-isa. Okay, so ako yung reservation, ako na din yung sales, ako na din sa accounting. Okay? So 2013, okay, nung nag-resign ako sa call center. Okay, sabi ko kasi yan, mayabang na, meron na akong konting ipon. Okay, so nakaipon na ako ng konti, okay? So pwede na ako mag-focus sa travel. Okay, so another year has passed. Okay, from 2009 na single proprietorship, kinonvert ko siya into corporation ng 2016. Okay, so bakit ko kinonvert? Kasi due to some, ano na yun eh. Okay, so administrative reasons na yun. Kasi nga, syempre, mas marami ka na nagiging kliyente, may mga taxes tayong kailangan bayaran. So it's wiser to convert it into our corporate account. Okay, so fast forward sa 2025, okay, so we are now expanding, okay, to our second office. Okay, so Cicerone Travel and Events, okay, is now will be having, okay, our office, okay, in Valenzuela. Okay, so hopefully by this May, tapos na po yung office. So yun, nagba-branch out na rin po ako. So yun, okay. So, ayan. Okay. So, yung next slide ko, okay. So, eto po yung mga businesses, okay, beyond travel. Okay. So, my journey as a travel agent, okay, as a travel agency owner, okay, didn't stop with just Cicerone Travel. Okay. Because of my travel business, okay, I was able to expand, okay, dito sa mga new venture. Okay. So, nakapagbukas ako ng general services business. Okay, so actually, the story behind this general services business ay during the pandemic. Okay, so we all know that tourism ay ang pinaka-badly hit, okay, during the pandemic. Okay, so sarado, walang nagta-travel. Okay, so wala akong choice. Okay, kung hindi mag-lay low. Okay, so lay low ha, hindi sarado. Okay, so ang ginawa ko, instead na isarado ko yung office, I repurposed. Okay, nirepurpose ko yung mga gamit ko sa events. Yung fax, yung copying machine that I use in copying the visas or papers ng mga clients ko, nilabas ko siya. Okay, yung mga gamit ko sa events, ang ginawa ko siyang naglalaminate ng mga papers, rush IDs, okay? Kasi by that time, okay, 'di ba, ang mga LGU natin, because ang office ko kasi is located in front ng City Hall ng Navotas. Okay, so ang mga tao, okay, that time, kailangan nilang magpa-photocopy or kailangan nila ng picture kasi they need that for the assistance ng government. Okay, yung mga tulong na during the pandemic. So, kailangan ng photocopy. So, dun sila pupunta sa office and everything. And that general services business, na-survive ko yung pandemic. Okay? and with the use of course ng mga gamit ko doon sa travel. Okay, and now, okay, I also have a recreational facility, okay, rental in Ubando, Bulacan. Okay, so last month naman, okay, we opened an animal bite center. Okay, so eto po yung mga all of this were made possible, okay, because of my travel business. Okay, so eto yung mga other doors that tourism opened for me. Okay, ayan. Okay, so let's dive. Okay, so before we dive into the key skills, okay, needed, let's take a step back, okay, to talk siguro, okay, why tourism is a great business opportunity. Okay, so many of you here, maybe dahil siguro iniisip nyo, pwedeng pareho ko, gusto nyo din, passionate din kayo about traveling, okay? So, let's look siguro tourism not just as a hobby, okay, but as a highly profitable industry, no? Okay, so next slide. Okay, so why tourism? Why not? Diba? Why not? Okay, so it's a multi-billion-dollar global industry. There are endless business possibilities. Okay, so there's growth of digital tourism and experiential travel. Okay, opportunities to combine your passion. Okay, so if your passion is to traveling, then yan, okay, you can combine your passion. Okay, at the same time, there's a profit. Okay, low startup cost. Okay, so alam naman natin that tourism is one of the largest contributors to the global economy. Okay, so making it more than 10%, okay, of the world's GDP. Okay, so even after yung challenges nga that I have mentioned to you, like the COVID-19 pandemic, okay, so nag-bounce back pa rin di ba? Nag-bounce back pa rin ng tourism because the travelers are eager to explore again. Okay, so may tinatawag nga tayo na revenge tourism. 'Di ba? So para ito, kung parang ito na stuck kami sa mga bahay namin for 2 years, 'di ba? So we want to travel again, want to see the world again. Okay? So yung Philippines, okay, marami tayong mga pwedeng i-explore Okay, we provide the industry, okay, with resilient and always in demand ang pagta-travel. Okay? So, endless business possibilities kasi hindi lang naman tickets, okay, ang pwede nating i-offer to our clients. Okay, we can offer accommodations, we can offer visa assistance, we can offer complete package, marami pang iba, transportation. Ang palagi ko nga sinasabi sa mga sa mga staff ko, tsaka sa mga estudyante ko, pagka kayo nagtayo kayo ng travel agency, tsaka pag kami nag-i-inquire sa inyo, we don't say no. Ay, wala po kami niyan. Okay, so you just park that question and then get back to the customer, okay, about kung ano yung mga kailangan nila, 'di ba? Okay, so endless business possibilities kasi yan, marami naman kasi yan actually every day or every month, okay, nakikita natin na iba-ibang mga trends, okay, ang mga tao, okay, they want to try new things. Okay, so growth of digital tourism, of course, okay, anything and everything, okay, available na online. Okay, there's the rise of digital marketing and online travel agency platform that has made tourism one of the most flexible business. Okay? So yung travel agency kasi hindi na yung katulad before na mga mortar and brick na talagang you have to open your own agency or you have to open your own office. Okay, kailangan mong visible ka. Okay, meron na tayong mga online travel agencies. Okay, at the same time, okay, so with the use of the digital technology, okay, the new technologies, okay, we can assist our client, okay, mas effective tayo, mas efficient tayo because we can assist them anytime, anywhere. 'Di ba? Okay? If meron tayong client na may ini-inquire about visa, it's easier for us to respond to them kasi nga anything, pwede na natin ma-navigate, okay, yung mga tools natin, okay, to respond to their needs. Okay? So opportunities to combine passion and profit, as I've mentioned sa inyo kanina, you can earn while traveling. 'Di ba? You can earn while traveling. At the same time, okay, kung meron kang gustong puntahan, okay, mas madali mo siyang mapupuntahan, okay? So, kung nga ginagawa ko minsan, I will arrange a tour, okay, para if I want this place na puntahan, okay, gagawa ko ng group tour, okay, para FOC ako. Napupuntahan ko na yung place, at the same time, kumita pa ako. Okay? And unlike any other traditional business, okay, that require yung mga physical store, as I mentioned sa inyo kanina, na mas malalaki, as malalaking capital, okay, many tourism businesses can start their businesses, okay, with minimal investment. Okay, so with just a laptop ngayon, okay, with just a laptop, may internet connection ka na, okay, you have a strong supplier, okay, yung supplier natin na tinatawag, yung supplier na tinatawag namin, yung mga accommodations, transportation, insurance provider, transportation, so yun yung mga suppliers namin. As long as you maintain a strong supplier relationship, you can launch a travel agency, a tour company, or consultancy. Kasi maraming mga entrepreneurs ngayon na nagsastart ng freelance, right? Okay, so organizing yung mga customized trips, okay, for family or for your friends, okay, you can expand into a full-scale business. So, yun nga, katulad ng ginawa ko, nag-start ako ng maliit, eventually, okay, lumaki na siya ng lumaki. Ayun. So, next slide. Ayan. So, what are the skills, okay, needed in tourism? Okay, of course, you must have a strong sales and customer service. Okay, so kasi nga, tayo po ang nakaharap sa tao. Kami pong mga tourism professionals, kami po ang nakaharap sa tao. Okay, selling is the lifeline. Okay, ito po yung lifeline ng any tourism business. Okay, so you need to convince, okay, yung mga travelers that your services will provide them, okay, with an unforgettable experience. Okay, so you must have an excellent customer service to ensure that there is a repeat, okay, buyer. Okay, so syempre pagka na na-attend mo yung mga needs ng client, okay, na sinerve mo for that time, okay? Word of mouth referrals. Okay? Kasi ako din, most of my clients, word of mouth lang yan. O dito ka mag-inquire kasi they were able to assist me with my needs kahit ang hirap. Yung iba, inaayawan na. Okay? So yun. Okay? So we can offer personalized services like for example yung mga curated itineraries, okay, yung mga kung meron silang mga special request, okay, so pagka kasi ito na-reach natin or na-provide natin with our clients, there will be higher customer retention rates, okay, so than yung ibang mga agency or yung ibang mga businesses. Okay, so just some tip, no? Just always follow up with your clients. Okay, so hindi naman pwede na pagka binigay mo lang yung mga request nila, okay, tapos na. Okay, you can also ask for their feedback, okay, para at least you can go the extra mile, okay, para sa pag-provide ng exceptional service. Okay, so yes, sometimes wala naman pong perfect tours eh. Okay, it's important na you get their feedback para at least you know how to reevaluate or how to improve, okay, the services that you are providing to your clients. Okay, so marketing number 2. Okay, so tourism businesses, they thrive on strong branding and digital marketing. Okay, so ngayon, anything and everything is available online. So you must know how to promote your services through social media. Sino bang hindi gumagamit ng social media dito? Pa-heart react na ako. Okay? So lahat naman kayo gumagamit or may Facebook, may TikTok, merong Instagram, 'di ba? So using this social media application like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook ads, you can showcase your tour packages or different services from your company, which helps to attract more customers. Okay? So sometimes kasi, ito yung tip naman para dito sa pagmamarket ng products and services ninyo, you have to invest do sa mga high quality visuals such as yung mga picture, dapat maganda yan, videos. Actually, yung kaninang pinlay ni Ma'am Jane, actually, one of my students nang gumawa nun. Okay, so dapat, ano lang, maganda yung nakikita nila. Okay, so para at least it will make a huge difference doon sa pagmamarket mo ng tourism products mo. Okay? Next will be networking and partnership, no? So your success depends of course sa strength ng yung business relationship with your suppliers. Okay? So itong mga suppliers nito, again, there are yung mga hotels, airlines, and tour operators na can provide discounts or special rates sa inyo wherein you can also offer to your clients. Okay, kasi if you build a strong relationship with these suppliers or with your suppliers, you can get special rates to allow you to be more competitive, okay, doon sa mga clients mo and other agencies. Sabi ko nga sa inyo kanina, marami or anything and everything available online na lang yan. It's just how you will anong unique, okay? What's the unique selling proposition of your business, 'di ba? Okay. So another tip naman is if you can join, okay, yung mga associations, okay? Like yun nga, yung Philippine Tour Operators Association, okay? Yung Philippine Travel Agency Association, Department of Tourism, Tourism Promotions Board. Actually, marami kaming mga organizations sa tourism na pwede kayong mag-join, okay, para at least mas mag-expand ang network ninyo. Okay? Kasi these companies or these associations, annually, okay, nag-held sila ng mga business to business na mga meetings, okay, wherein you can meet different suppliers, okay, wherein meron ding B2C or business to consumers na may ipepresent mo yung mga products and services mo to them. Okay. So next, ito ang medyo mabigat, okay? So ito yung pinakamalaking skills na kailangan mo siguro, okay, with in tourism, which is the financial management. Okay, so many travel businesses fail because they don't properly track, okay, yung mga expenses nila and then yung mga pricing and profits. So minsan, okay, so medyo natutuwa, malaki yung kita at the same pagdating ng lean season, wala na. Okay? You have to learn, okay, to budget yung to budget, okay? Kailangan marunong ka sa budgeting, okay? Also with your pricing strategies and how to manage your cash flow. Okay, actually in every business dapat magaling ka sa financial management, hindi lang with tourism. In any business that you're going to open, okay, kung hindi ka marunong mag-manage ng finances mo, malulugi yan. Okay? So, meron tayong mga tinatawag na mga one-day millionaire eh. Okay? So, okay na, tapos na. O, wala ka nang hindi ka na nakapagtabi, okay, doon sa mga period na alam mong hindi ganun kalakas yung negosyo mo. Okay? So, another thing, okay, of course, yung problem solving. Okay? So, yung problem solving skills, okay, and crisis management, ano po ba yung unang-unang problema namin or pinakasakit sa ulo pagdating sa travel agencies if magkakaroon ng mga flight disruption, cancellations, okay? Mga irate na customers kasi na-denyan ng visa. Okay? So, things will go wrong in tourism. Okay? Nagkakaroon ng flight cancellation, nagkakaroon ng delay, nagkakaroon ng refunds, okay? Nag-overbook ang mga hotels, okay? Nag-change ng plan sa mga clients. But your ability to handle last-minute problems will determine whether the customer trust, okay, is recommended or ipapagkakatiwalaan ka ng client mo. Okay? So for example, how you will react to a certain situation, okay, if magkakaroon ng mga flight cancellation. Hindi mo naman pwedeng sabihin sa mga clients mo na, oh, okay, ay hindi ko po alam kung ano yung gagawin ko eh. Hindi pwedeng ganon. Okay? Baka tayo ay mabigyan ng isang malutong dyan. Okay? So a travel agent who quickly finds alternative accommodation, like for example, or an alternative flight, okay, for a client na na-cancelan ng booking, okay, turns a potential disaster into a positive, okay, experience. Okay, dapat in any business, hindi lang sa tourism, okay, you must have a backup plan for emergencies. Okay? So you can partner with multiple suppliers and create alternative itineraries kung kailangan. Okay? So kailangan may plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D ka. Hindi pwedeng plan A ka lang. Okay? Next slide po. Ayan. So, turning your skills into a business. So, many people think na tourism is just about traveling, but your skills and your knowledge can be the foundation of any business. Okay. So, of course, you have to identify your strength. Okay. So, ano ba yung strength ko? Okay. Okay ba ako pagdating sa planning? Okay, okay ba ako pagdating dun sa networking na sinabi ko kanina? Okay ba ako sa marketing? Okay? Kasi you have to identify it within you, okay, kung ano yung strength mo, okay, para it's easier for you to understand the flow ng business. Okay? Next, must have your niche market. Balik lang po muna tayo. Yan. Okay, so you must have your niche market, no? Okay? Magfo-focus ka lang ba sa travel? Okay, magfo-focus ka lang ba sa documentation? Ano ba yung pwede yung target market? Okay, pang mga backpackers ka lang ba? Pang mga corporate accounts? Okay, so you need to choose, okay, your niche market. Okay? So sa amin po sa tourism, may niche market din kami. Hindi lang lahat yan. Okay? Lahat pwede. Okay? So meron po kasing mga tinatawag tayo na mga agencies, na mga generalists and then specialists. Okay? Kapag specialist ka, okay, so your company more on documentation, ganyan. Okay? Or more on corporate accounts lang, or more on transportation. Okay? So you have to build your brand. Okay? You must have a strong online presence in building your brand. Okay? So, this will set you apart, okay, doon sa mga ibang agency. Okay? So, sabi ko nga sa inyo kanina, ano bang unique? Ano yung unique selling ninyo? Okay? Like, ano lang natin yan eh. Compare natin siya sa isang milk tea. Okay? Sa milk tea, di ba, napakaraming companies na nag-o-offer ng milk tea. Okay, marami dyan, kahit sa Kakayanto, kahit sa Teresa, napakaraming benta ng milk dyan, di ba? So, anong unique sa product mo na binibenta? Di ba? So, yung sa akin may nata, yung sa kabila wala. Okay? So, yun kasi yun eh. Right? So, you have to use as well, okay, your experience and networks. Okay? So, the relationship that you build, okay, will open, okay, yung mga business opportunities. Okay? So, use your experience and use your network. Okay, and finally, of course, you have to focus on exceptional service. Okay, sabi nga, it's the service that we provide to our client. Okay, so dapat yun yung best service na ma-receive nila, because the best marketing is word of mouth. Tama ba? Okay, pa-heart react naman ako kung nakikinig pa kayo sa akin. Baka mamaya wala nang nakikinig. Okay, tama ba? Okay, the best marketing is word of mouth. Okay, because yung mga satisfied customers nyo, okay, will bring more clients. Okay, so next slide. Okay. So there are many business models in tourism. Okay, so one, kung gusto mo maging traditional na travel agency, wherein you handle yung mga flights, mga hotels, and mga packages. Okay, so ito yung minention ko kanina, kung gusto yung specialized tour operator, okay, wherein you handle a specific package. Like for example, may mga nag-o-offer dito more on domestic lang, like yung pag-akyat Kilawang-od, okay, yung mga pag-hiking or ecotourism na tinatawag, okay, or yung mga luxury market, pwede rin. Okay, mga online consultants, travel consultants, or mga online travel agencies. Okay, so they can assist, okay, mga clients, okay, remotely. Okay, next slide. Okay, so we also have yung mga tour guiding experiences, which involves yung mga curating unique, okay, and local experiences, okay, events and MICE, okay. When we say MICE, it's hindi po yan yung daga, ah. Okay, it means meetings, incentives, conferences, and exhibitions. Okay, so eto po kinikater din po namin. Okay, so one, okay, I'm proud to say that we are an official partner for Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry in Navotas. Okay, we handle their events. Okay, so kaya po ang mga angels ko ay napaka-busy, okay, because back-to-back po ang mga events na pinagagawa sa amin ng Philippine Chamber. Okay, so meron na din naman iba na mga for documentation lang. Okay, for documentation, when we say documentation, that's for assistance, visa assistance. Okay, hindi po work ha. Ito kasi minsan yung misconception pagdating sa travel agency na process namin ang visa for workers. Okay, for travel agencies kasi we only process yung mga visa for tourism. Okay, or kung magma-migrate sila. But if it's for work related, iba na po 'yon. Okay. So next slide. Okay. So how technology is changing the travel business. Okay, so next slide po. Ayan na pala. Okay, yan lang pala yun. Okay, so yung how technology is changing yung travel business. Sabi ko nga, sino ang walang social media account dito? Okay, yung social media natin, yung Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, okay, kung ano man yung magbubukas pa, okay, ng mga social media account na yan is one of the most powerful tools, okay, for travel businesses, okay, or in any other business. Sabi ko nga, if you're not available online, okay, so wala kang business. So sino ba nagsabi doon? Si Bill Gates ata yun. Tama ba ako? Okay. So Instagram, okay, yung TikTok, yung different platforms na yan, okay? So mas maganda kasi na platform for visual storytelling. Okay? So minsan kasi mas nafi-feel natin kasi ang tourism naman hindi po 'yan yung katulad ng mga pagkain na pagka sa mall pumunta ka para malaman mo kung masarap or hindi, bibigyan ka ng free taste. Okay? So hindi po ganoon sa tourism. Okay? So hindi mo siya malalaman kung maganda siya or hindi kung hindi mo pa siya na-experience. Okay. But, okay, for you to be enticed dun sa product or dun sa services, kailangan mas magaling ka sa storytelling. Okay? So, for example, di ba may mga nauuso ngayon sa mga TikTok, na mga post sa mga short TikToks na video, okay, showcasing yung mga hidden destinations sa Philippines. Okay? So, syempre, nagigain yun ng million views. Okay? So, at the same time, kung may views, may inquiries. Okay, yung mga travel influencers, they are being paid by brands to promote their products or to promote the destination. Okay, so yung mga Facebook na to, it is also essential for community building. Okay, yung mga direct inquiries, yan. Okay, so they may post as well yung mga testimonials, mga package deals, yung mga travel guides sa Facebook. Okay, to attract organic inquiries, okay, through yung mga shares, yung mga engagement, okay, so it is important na meron kang Facebook page, no, again, this is not only applies sa tourism, okay, if you have your own business, kung makakagawa ka ng mga certain groups, or if you can join certain groups to promote your products, mas maganda, okay, so you will get recommendation, you will get to share yung mga experiences. Okay, another, di ba, yung mga famous ngayon, yung vlogging, okay? So, to attract yung mga organic traffic. Okay, so yung sa search engine natin, optimization, yung SEO na tinatawag, okay, so it helps the travel businesses appear on the first page ng Google searches. Okay, so, mas maganda siguro if we write useful and informative, okay, yung mga keyword rich, okay, na travel content, okay, to help long-term lead generation. Okay, so yung mga booking system, okay, yung mga automatic reservations, okay, so instead na hinahandle natin siya manually, okay, the reservations can be done through phone calls, okay, yung business online, okay, online system. Okay, actually dun sa, if kaya nyo siyang i-automate yun dun sa Facebook, meron na din silang feature doon wherein you just click to book. Okay, diba? Yun. Okay, so yung mga ngayon, sa mga phones din natin, we have the AI chatbots, okay, to improve customer service. Kasi syempre, yung response increase should be 24/7. Okay, so I keep on telling my staffs, pagka may nag-inquire po dyan, hindi pwedeng hindi mo siya balikan. Kung wala ka bang sagot, basta sabihin mo na acknowledge na na-receive nyo yung quotation kasi pwede yung lumipat sa ibang agency. Okay? So ngayon, okay, we have the AI chatbots, okay, wherein you can answer it, you can encode na doon, i-encode nyo na kung pagka ito yung kinlik ng client, ito yung magiging response. Okay? So at least, okay, yung mga questions about visa requirements, okay, tour availability or sa price, mas mabilis na. At least yung conversation, okay, mas magiging instant yung response. Right. So another thing, okay, with the technology, okay, so meron na tayong mga e-payment solutions. Okay, they offer flexible payment methods. Okay, meron na tayong GCash, online transfer, mga cashless transactions. Okay, so dahil nga, di ba, nung nag-pandemic, so minimal, minimize natin po yung interaction. Okay, kapag may mga payments, okay, para to reduce, okay, yung pagtatransmit ng mga disease. Okay, so they use yung mga PayPal, yung mga local e-wallets, okay, or multiple payment options. Okay. Ayun. Okay, next slide. And next slide po. Ayan, challenges in tourism entrepreneurship. Okay. So, next slide. Meron ba ako next slide? Ayan. Okay, so common challenges and how to overcome them. Okay, so syempre sa tourism naman, sabi ko hindi naman po perfect sa tourism. Okay, marami din po kaming challenges. Okay, so number 1 na po dyan yung seasonal demand. Okay, so syempre many travelers, okay, hindi naman po yan nagta-travel all throughout the year kasi may tinatawag sa yung mga lean season, peak season. Okay, so yung lean season, ito yung mga tag-ulan. Okay, so syempre, yung mga businesses sa travel, they struggle during the off-peak period kasi nga, sino ba naman magta-travel kung umuulan, 'di ba? So, your solution to this problem, okay, dapat during the lean season, what are the packages that you can offer? Okay? So, rethink kung ano yung pwede niyong i-offer. Okay, if you want na magkaroon kayo ng parang training like this, okay, for those persons that they want to put up travel agency. So, you schedule it. Okay, so for this month, dahil lean season tayo, more on mga activities, wellness, retreats, okay, workshops, okay, para at least dire-diretso lang din yung kita ng travel agency, no? Another thing, okay, high competition. Okay, kasi nga, okay, the travel industry, okay, it's highly competitive. So, your business must stand out. Okay? So, in example, it's instead na gagawa kayo ng tour for Manila base lang, okay? So, lagyan niyo ng konting twist. Okay? Combine it with some cultural tours, with local cuisines, okay? Para at least, 'di ba, mas unique. Okay? Again, okay, lagi niyo narinig sa akin 'to. Ano ba yung unique selling proposition ninyo? Okay, what makes your travel or what makes your business different from other agencies or other companies that's offering the same product? Okay? Lagi-lagi yan na i-check ninyo, i-rain check ninyo. Okay, ano bang pwede, ano bang unique na pwede kong i-improve dun sa packages. Hindi kasi pwede na yung last year na packages mo, yun pa rin ang package mo ngayon. Kasi nga, sabi ko nga sa inyo, ang trend, nagbabago po yan. Nagbabago-bago yan. So, kailangan sumusunod ka sa trend, okay? Kailangan ini-enhance mo yung mga packages mo para at least mas marami kang makukuha ng mga clients. Okay. Next is economic and political risk. Okay. So you have to stay adaptable. Okay. Yung mga political instability, yung mga currency fluctuations, yung mga global crisis. Okay. So nakaka-apekto yan sa travel demand. Okay. So syempre nga, yun nga, a great example is during the pandemic. Okay. Many agencies, they shifted to local staycations. Okay, yung ibang mga merong resort, nag-local staycations sila, van rentals. Ako, yung ginawa ko, yung mga general yung mga events materials ko, I repurpose it for general services. Okay, para at least, okay, stay adaptable lang. Okay. So next, okay, you have to managing your finances well. Okay, so yung mga startups kasi ang nagiging failure, okay? So as I mentioned sa inyo kanina, yung poor cash flow management. Okay? So masyado tayong nagsuspend, okay, on advertising, masyado tayong nagsuspend doon sa ibang mga bagay, okay, na pagka magpuput up ka pa lang, ay bibiling ko to, bibiling ko yan. Okay, so pwede naman kayong mag-start small. Okay, I'm also teaching sa tourism, okay, for tour and travel agency management. Okay, so part of their requirement dun sa second year ko is to open a travel agency business, propose a business plan rather for a travel agency. So kasama na rin doon yung pagpo-project, okay, ng mga finances nila. So nakikita ko doon million-million yung kailangan nila for the capital. Sabi ko, actually hindi naman ganun kailangan eh. Okay, na ganun kalaki. Okay? So as long as you have yung the basic things, kung marami kang pang area, okay, tinatawag, sorry for the lack of term, okay, kung marami kang budget or kung malalim masyado ang iyong bulsa at gusto mo maging ayata ka agad, okay, okay lang. Okay, kaya lang kung hindi naman ganun kalaki ang resources mo, okay, hindi mo naman muna kailangan na magbayad ng ads for TV, magbayad ng ganito para lang sa marketing. Okay, you can start with social media marketing. Okay? Para at least, okay, pagka meron ka ng sobra, okay, pwede mong gamitin into a bigger advertising strategy. Diba? Okay? Ayun. Next slide. Okay. So, how to get started? Ito na. Okay, so how to get started? Of course, you have to identify your niche market. Okay, you have to select your location. Saan ka ba magsa-start? Ano bang gusto kong gawin? Gusto ko bang tayo ng agency sa mall, inside the mall, or online travel agency na lang? Okay, so you have to identify your niche market as well. Okay, kasi you must have the right audience, okay, the right target market. Okay, so kung pang luxury lang ba, pang mga seniors ba yung gagawin mo, okay, for company events, okay, for MICE or for medical, okay, you have to identify yan. Okay, kasi yan yung mga unang products that you're going to offer to your clients. Okay, and of course, number 2, you have to register your business. Napakarami po ngayon ng mga fly-by-night na mga travel agencies online. Okay? I-legalize mo, okay, yung iyong company, okay? Every company must be registered to operate legally. Okay? So, kung gusto mo mag-start ng sole proprietor, you register it with DTI. Kung gusto mong partnership kayo ng mga friends mo, SEC for corporation or partnership. Okay? So, dapat yun nga, make it legal, okay? Wag po tayong mag-stick lang na wala kayong mga permits kasi kailangan nyo din yan eh. Okay? For you to get yung mga supplier discounts, okay? And special rate from your suppliers, number 1 na hinihingi kasi nila is yung mga copy ng permits, okay? Para at least makita nila kung talagang legal, okay? Or legit na travel agencies. Okay. So 3, you have to build relationship with your suppliers. Okay? Sabi ko nga sa inyo na nagsa-start ako, wala akong ganong kalaking budget. Okay? Swerte lang ako kasi yung mga nakilala ko sa travel, okay, napagkatiwalaan ako na okay, pagbabayad na ng kliyente mo, pagka-check-in, tsaka mo bayaran, it's okay. Okay? And I'm very thankful doon sa mga taong yon na hanggang ngayon, okay, tinutulungan pa rin kami. Okay, and still suppliers po namin sa agency. You must have a strong connections with your suppliers, with your providers, okay, with your local guides, okay, because sila, maliit lang po ang mundo ng tourism. Okay, magkikita po kayo dyan. Okay, so next, develop an online presence. Okay, so if you have the budget, you can create a professional website. Okay? Actually, meron po yung website namin. It's under wix.com. Okay, I just bought the domain. Okay, and then OJTs and staff ko lang ang nagmamanage ng mga uploads. Okay? Para at least na-update ang yung website. Okay? You must have a strong social media presence. Okay, that's very important dahil lahat po ngayon nakatutok na sa mga social media accounts natin. Okay? Use Canva. Okay, ito, Canva ang ginagamit ko dito. Okay, for the mga designs. Okay? Mag-aral ka lang kahit mga basic. Okay? Kasi 'di ba? Mas gugustuhin natin or mas gusto natin at kung tayo ang tumitingin ng mga flyers or mga binebenta ng isang company, mas maganda kasi yung ano yung nakikita natin yung hindi tayo naguguluhan. Okay? Mahirap kasi na masyadong too much information masakit sa tenga. I'm sorry, masakit sa mata na basahin. Okay? So, dapat friendly yung mga flyers na ginagawa natin. Okay? And of course, lastly, okay, I'm sorry, set pricing, marketing, and marketing strategy. Okay, meron pa palang isa. Okay, so yung dapat competitive yung pricing natin. Okay, so dapat competitive, pero syempre there's the balance between affordability and the profit. Okay, so for example, may mga group departure programs kayo, na merong full inclusion na siya, okay, dapat cost effective siya. So always check din yung mga competitor ninyo. Okay? So kasi baka mamaya parehong-pareho kayo ng ino-offer pero mas mataas yung sayo. So anong problema? Okay? So kung kaya mo namang i-justify yung mga packages mo, yung mga rates ninyo, okay? Ay kasi may personal butler ako kaya kaya mas mahal yung package ko. It's okay. Okay? But still yun nga, you have to balance it. Right? And lastly, launch and refine. Okay? So competitive dapat ang prices nyo. You can start small. Okay, you test your offers. Okay, adjust. Okay, based doon sa customer feedback. Okay, so sabi ko nga, if nagustuhan ng client niya, yung client feedback ninyo, okay, or yung client ninyo, word of mouth, magdadala yan ng panibagong kliyente. Okay, ayun. So for my final thoughts, ako last slide na po ito. Okay. Ayaw pa, binalik ako. Okay, so for tourism entrepreneurship, it's, isn't just about travel. Okay, would you agree? Okay, it's about providing. Okay, it's about providing unforgettable experiences while you are building a sustainable business. Okay, with the right strategy, with the right skills, and the right mindset, anyone can turn their passion, okay, for a travel into a thriving business. Yun lang po. Thank you very much again for this invitation. Okay, so open na po tayo for any question.
Okay, so maraming salamat, Miss Ma'am Che. So guys, ato po ang ating mga future na entrepreneur. May tanong po ba tayo kay Ma'am Che?
Madilim na madilim pala yung aking camera, no?
Okay lang yun, ma'am. So, guys, may tanong ba tayo kay Miss Che? So, kung ang tanong nyo, ma'am, kailangan ba ay, ano daw pong mauuna? Pwede bang DTI muna o Mayor's Permit, BIR muna?
Una dapat talaga ang DTI. Okay, kasi hindi ka makakuha ng one of the requirements pag Mayor's Permit is the DTI. Okay, so after DTI, I think sa BIR, okay, after BIR, tsaka mo siya isasubmit sa LGU. Okay, so it depends on your LGU. You have to double check the requirements with your LGU kasi may ibang mga LGU na nagre-require din ng mga iba pang additional documentations. Kasi like here in Navotas, no? Okay, here in Navotas, para makapagtayo ka before, nung unang-una kong tayo ng Cicerone, hindi ako hiningan ng DOT certificate. Okay? 5 years ago, hinihingan na ng DOT certificate. Okay, so may mga additional na yan. Okay, so you have to check. Okay, but yun sa question kanina, syempre DTI muna, you have, pangalan muna. Pangalan and then your tax and then Mayor's Permit. If I'm not mistaken dun sa BIR and Mayor's Permit.
Okay, so BIR. So ma'am, capital daw po.
Capital. Okay, so at least, you have to check kasi, kung ano-ano yung mga gagamitin mo for your business. Okay. So for the first month, like for example, magre-rent ka ba? You have to identify this first eh. Magre-rent ka ba ng space? Okay? Or online ka lang muna? Okay? Ano ba yung mga gamit na bibilin mo? Okay? Ano ba yung mga organization or membership na kailangan mong salihan? Magkano ba yung kailangan mong bayaran sa negosyo, like for example, mayor's permit, yung mga DTI, pre-operational expenses, ano-ano yung mga bibilin mo. Once you identify that, okay, mako-compute mo yung initial na gastos mo. And then you compute kung magkano yung mga monthly expenses mo. You have to project that for 1 year eh. Okay? You have to project that for 1 year. So for example, ang rental mo nasa 15,000 per month. So kailangan makapag-save ka ng 15,000 i-times mo ng 12. Okay? That's the time that you can identify kung magkano yung una mong kikitain or magkano yung kailangan mong initial fund. Okay? Kasi hindi naman po na pagtayo mo ng agency, eh, meron ka na kaagad kliyente, tama? Okay. So, it will take time sometimes. Okay, so kaya kailangan doon sa 6 months, the first 6 months to 1 year na operation, meron kang puhunan. Okay? Ako kasi, that time na nagsa-start ako, wala naman kasi akong rental. Okay? Ang pinakagastos ko lang talaga ay internet. Wala din akong salaryng binabayaran. Kaya ang capital ko that time mga around 50,000 lang. Okay? Kasi hindi ko nang pagka may kumita ako, tsaka lang, that's the time na papasweldohin ko lang yung sarili ko. Okay? Am I making any sense?
Okay. So, at least, di ba?
Did
sa
did I answer your question?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, sa capital, okay na tayo, 'di ba? So, sa documentary requirements, nasagot din naman ni Ma'am Che. So, ma'am, sa personal po ba, ilan ba daw dapat yung pag mag-start a startup business, ilan ba dapat muna yung initial na pwede mong maging, sabihin na natin, startup business, ilan ba dapat yung empleyado mo agad?
Sa travel
Kailangan
agency
ba
kasi at
madami?
least, ang pinaka-importante kasi ngayon, kung meron kang visa processing na service, ay meron kang liaison officer, that's one. Okay? Kung hindi pa naman kasi ganun kadami ang inquiry mo, pwedeng dalawa lang kayo, dalawa, tatlo. Yan. Ako, nung nagsa-start ako, nung kaya ko na magpasweldo, kumuha ako ng isang runner. Kasi nga, hindi ko na kaya na magsasagot ako ng inquiry, tapos ako pa rin tatakbo para mag-file ng visa. Kasi it will, it will take time, okay, para mag-process ng visa. Okay, sometimes pagka nagla-lodge kami ng mga visa, it will take you the whole day, okay, doon sa embassy, okay. Hapon, wala ka na magagawa. Kaya kumuha lang ako ng tao na talagang siya yung pagdating sa documentation. Kasi when it comes to sales, okay, reservation, kaya mo nang gawin yan mag-isa. Okay, yun. Proper time management kung ikaw lang mag-isa. Pero kung meron ka, yun na, if you're capable to give salaries na, then you can get another staff para ikaw focus ka naman sa sales. Okay, merong isang focus sa reservation and then isang focus sa documentation. Ayan.
Okay. So, ano pang, tingnan natin kung may tanong pa sila. Siyempre, tapos na marketing style, ma'am daw.
Okay, so marketing, they have to be available online. Ngayon, dapat available ka online. Okay, so what we also do, okay, with travel agency, okay, meron kami mga business to business meeting, or sorry, business to consumer na pag nag-join kami ng mga trade fairs, ganyan, okay, through email marketing, okay. So, ano pa ba? Nagjo-join kami ng mga B2B events, okay, wherein we meet yung mga different na mga travel agencies from other countries na isinasell din namin yung mga products and services namin. Okay, pero mostly ngayon, okay, yan, Facebook very very effective sa pagma-market ng mga products and services mo.
Okay, so na-utilize. So guys,
Social
ma'am,
media.
ano raw po yung mga challenges from sole proprietorship to incorporation? Ano yung mga challenges na naranasan mo, or how do you overcome those challenges from sole proprietorship to incorporation?
Paano ba? Kasi yung kaya lang ko lang naman kasi, to tell you honestly, kaya lang naka-live kasi tayo eh. Mamaya mapunta sa iba. Okay. Kasi, nung nag-sole proprietorship kasi ako, okay, naka-non-VAT kasi ako. Okay. So, eto medyo ibang ano na to eh, ibang usapin na to eh. Okay. So, pagka kasi non-VAT ang business mo, mas malaki yung tax na binabayaran. Siguro yung sa mga taxes lang. Okay, kaya nung in-incorporate ko siya, naging ano siya, naging VAT yung si corporation. Okay, mas nag-lessen kasi mas na i-compare, mas merong process or procedure para ma-lessen yung mga taxes. Parang ganyan.
Ayun. So guys,
Ayun.
ano pang tanong natin? Ano pang
Actually,
ano pa
oo.
yung tanong nyo kay Ma'am Che? 'Di ba? So,
Nababother ako dun sa ilaw ko. Dilim pala.
okay lang yan. Okay, so guys, marami ba kayong natutunan kay Ma'am Che? Pa-type 1 naman kung nandyan pa kayo. Sige nga. Ayan, nakikinig sila, Ma'am.
Ayan. Thank you
Gising
very
sila.
much. Gising sila. I hope may natutunan po kayo and I hope meron po akong magiging katapat na ibang mga agency dito someday. Okay, that you will decide to open your own travel agency. Okay.
Okay. So, Ma'am, open ba rin ang, halimbawa, hindi ko kasi sure kung kailan yung OJT ng
Mhm.
entrepreneurial. Pa-type naman guys kung kailan ang OJT period nyo ng ng ENTREP. Pa-type naman po sa chat box. Third year po ba? Summer or per semester? Ayun. Baka po pwede na may pwede kang i-mentor sa kanila.
Sige, let me know. Okay. So, ano naman po tayo, may MOA naman po tayo with office nila Ma'am Jane. Okay. Just submit your resume. Tumatanggap naman po kami ng mga OJT. Yan.
Okay po. Yun. Yun lang naman, ma'am. Kasi syempre, itong mga batang to, may kanya-kanyang business yan in mind.
Oh. Yan. Swerte ang OJT sa akin kasi pagka may tour na hinahandle, talagang kasama sila sa tour, whether it's domestic or international.
O, diba? So, at least ma-mentor man lang kayo kasi si Ma'am Che ay nag-start as estudyante. Nakita niyo naman yung journey niya mula sa pagiging estudyante hanggang pagiging entrepreneur. Doon natin nakita yung transition ng isang business from sole proprietorship through incorporation. So, syempre, di ba, may iba't iba pong requirement. Mahirap elucidate or isa-isahin yung mga requirement or documentary requirements na binibigay po nila or kailangan nating i-comply in a formulation or in establishing one business. Kasi sometimes nagbabago po yan, pero pwedeng-pwede naman nating makita through the website of the DTI or through the website of the SEC. Or if you wanted to enter into a partnership, yun, nandun naman po lahat. So, ang best, syempre, minsan kailangan mo mag-umpisa sa hindi lang sa pagiging estudyante, kung hindi sa pagiging simpleng empleyado, hanggang pwede kang magdahan-dahan mag-transition. Pero except marami kang pera, 'di ba? Kung madami kang pera, straight from the pagiging estudyante, pwede ka nang mag-business talaga. 'Di ba? Marami po tayong ganon. So, guys, may tanong pa tayo kay Ma'am Che. Check natin sa Facebook, ma'am, kung may tanong sila. So, yung link na evaluation natin po ay ipopost natin po sa ating Zoom chat at sa comment section ng ating Facebook page. So, check natin kung may tanong sila sa inyo. Actually, ang daming nakaantabay, ma'am. Meron ng 2,000 plus views. Ayan. Nagre-react din sila through Facebook. So, marami ba kayong natutunan? Pa-heart naman. Ayan. Okay. So, at least guys, kahit papano, pwede na kayong magtayo ng sarili nyong travel and tour kahit estudyante pa kayo. Kagaya ng ginawa ni Ma'am Che, dahan-dahan nag-transition siya from pagiging estudyante into a successful businesswoman. Okay, so maraming salamat, Miss Che. So ma'am, baka gusto mong banggitin sa on-air yung inyong travel and tour at ano yung mga services na pinoprovide niyo.
Sorry, ma'am, naputol ka.
Okay, sabi ko ma'am, baka gusto mong introduce yung inyong company? Well, as yung
Okay.
mga services na pinoprovide nyo. Para at least baka i-check ng ating mga estudyante kung legit ka na.
Ayan. Oh, yes.
Joke.
Okay, you can always check our website. Okay, so it's www.ciceron-travel.net. Okay, or please like our Facebook page. Okay, Ciceron Travel and Events Management. Okay, so doon yung makikita po yung mga iba't iba namin mga promos. Okay, so mga current tour groups na hinahandle. Okay, so for legitimacy, okay, you can check us sa DOT website. Okay, that's one of the accredited travel agency. Okay, and we offer both international and domestic package. Okay, land arrangement, hotels, visa assistance. Okay, kung gusto niyo mag-rent ng mga transportation, yes, pwede rin po sa amin. Okay, and events management as well. Okay, ayun. Okay, and okay, so I think meron kayong mga estudyante na mga na mga baka mamaya kasi meron po dito yung mga visit sa ibang mga companies. Okay, we can also arrange mga bridging, okay, and meetings with other universities, domestic or international. Ayan.
Ayun guys. So if you need help or kung gusto niyo magpa-mentor kay Miss Che, pwede niyo po silang or pwede niyo siyang makontak dun sa website ng Ciceron. Okay. So ma'am, award lang po natin yung certificate niyo. Okay. So, this certificate of appreciation is presented to Miss Cherilyn Pilos, Ciceron Travel and Event Management, in grateful acknowledgement and her engagement and insightful academic contribution as lecturer, imparting unparalleled knowledge and expertise on the leveraging tourism knowledge and skills into entrepreneurship during the conduct of the 2025 Career Development Talk held on April 2, 2025 via Zoom video conferencing platform and the Facebook live stream. So signed, Engineer Florinda H. Oquindo, Director, Alumni Relation and Career Development Office. Tomas Otestor, MPA, Vice President for Students Affairs and Services. So in behalf of the Alumni Relation and Career Development Office, Ma'am Che, maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat, sa inyong pagpapaunlak sa ating mga kais po at kaiska na nabigyan nyo nawa ng konting kaalaman kung paano syempre ito yung mga future businesswoman and businessman natin. Ito yung mga future na pwedeng magbigay sa atin ng trabaho. At syempre para sa eskwelahan, sila naman yung future na pwedeng magbigay ng prestige. Dahil sabi nga nila, hindi natatapos ang pagiging estudyante hindi natatapos ang journey ng isang estudyante sa pagiging empleyado. Minsan natatapos ito sa pagiging isang nagbibigay ng trabaho. Okay, so in behalf of the Alumni Relation and Career Development Office, maraming salamat sa College of Business Administration and the Department of Entrepreneurship. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat, sa Dean and Chairperson, and syempre sa mga Chairperson ng College of Business Administration. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. So, anong link of evaluation is currently posted na po. Ulitin ko po sa ating Zoom chat at sa Facebook page naman po sa comment section. Maaari nyo pong yung mga wala po dito sa live na to, pwede nyo pong panoorin again ang ating career development talk with Miss Che sa ating PUP Career Center Facebook page. By the way, hindi po kami nagbubura ng mga videos or ng mga career development talk simula pa po 2020 sa Facebook page na to. So, pwede nyo pong balikan. So, guys, baka naman pwede pa-like or papalo naman po yung ating Facebook page para maging updated kayo. And at the same time, nawa ay yung mga career development webinar na ginagawa namin na na ito ay makatulong sa inyo dahil ginawa namin to para po sa inyong lahat. So, in behalf of the Alumni Relation and Career Development Office, tatapusin ko na po ang ating programa. Maraming salamat, Ma'am Che. At syempre, next week ay parang, ano na ba next week? Hindi pa pala. Kala ko Holy Week na next week. So, hindi pa pala. So, ito na yung time natin para mag-travel. May isang linggo pa tayo para sa mga susunod pang career development webinar na naka-assign sa iba't ibang departamento at kolehiyo ng Politeknikong Universidad ng Pilipinas. So, bukas po may another webinar na naman kami para naman po ito sa College of Business Administration, Department of Office Administration. Again, maraming salamat po at ito na po ang ating PUP hymn.